So we have just arrived at the Radisson BLU Hotel at Manchester Airport. We decided to come here for one night for my birthday. I like planes. It's my geek side coming out. And yeah, we thought we'd stay here because this is the hotel which has the best view of the airport and the runway. So we're planning on just staying in here and just watching the planes from the window. We've booked the executive room, which is on the top floor, so it's the 9th floor. And we booked it with a runway view as well, so we can actually see the runway from our room, hopefully. And we've also booked it with lounge access because they have a lounge on the 9th floor, which I'll show you in a minute. It's not the airport lounge, it's a separate lounge, so we've booked that as well. And from there they have really good views of the runway as well, so we're just going to watch the planes. So we have just arrived now. We stopped off at McDonald's on the way and had a little snack. And yeah, we just arrived. Check-in isn't until 2, so we've got 20 minutes. So we're still going to wander around. We're actually parked in the car park. So the car park costs £17 per night. We're obviously only staying one night, so it's just £17. There's actually quite a lot of spaces. I thought it'd be busy, but yeah, there's loads of spaces, which is really good. The only thing is the car park is like round the back of the hotel. So to get into the hotel now, we'll have to take the bags out and go like walk back around the front of the hotel. And then you come in on the ground floor and you have to go up to the 3rd floor to check in. With the parking as well, you have to just register your car at reception, just so they know your reg, because it's camera controlled, so obviously they know if it's your car and how long you're staying. And yeah, so that is what we're doing tonight. So I'm going to take you in the hotel, show you the room, show you the bits of the hotel that we see, and yeah, spend the day with us. So we're in the car park here at the back, so this is the actual, it's like the back of the hotel, but this is the view. So that bit that's sticking out there, that is the exec lounge, so that overlooks the runway, and the 9th floor there are the executive rooms, and that's where we're staying. But yeah, look, there's loads of spaces, loads of places to park. We've just picked this end one. Now I'm going to have to take the bags all the way back round that side, and yeah, I'm going to check in. So this is the view from the front of the hotel. So this is the entrance if you come in into the hotel from the car park. The revolving doors are automatic, so if your hands are full and you've got cases and bags and stuff, then you don't have to worry about having to struggle opening the doors. As you come into the entrance hallway, there is a big conference room on the right, and then you've got the steps in the middle up to the reception. It's quite a big area. There's lots of seating, but it was really, really quiet. There's like nobody around at all. The guest check-in for the hotel is on level 3, so if you go to the left there, there's some lifts at the back. There's also a gym and some other meeting rooms down here and a desk for checking in there. So we took the lift to level 3 to check in. The check-in area was quite busy. We had to queue for a few minutes, but then we got our key cards and headed up to the 9th floor. So here we are at our executive room. We're in at 958, and this is what we're greeted with as we walk in. So here, quite a big space for suitcases. Obviously, most people will be going on holiday if you're staying here. Huge wardrobe as well. I've not looked in here yet. Okay, so we've got a little safe. We have a Bible, a bit of bedtime reading, and a pretty big drawer space there. The safe, there's instructions on how to use it. We've also got, oh, it's got a hairdryer. Some complimentary slippers and shoe shine if you fancy doing a bit of that. They also do some laundry. Quite a lot of hanging space as well. I've got the suitcase holder and an iron board if you fancy doing that. Some towel robes up there. That's like a really big space actually. Easy to hang up coats. Then we've got the refreshment area. So we have a little coffee maker, we've got tea and coffee, complimentary water, some little biscuits, and then here is the mini fridge. There's the mini bar. So in here, this is fully stocked. It's not free, there are charges if you do take them out. Not sure how much they are. Usually comes with a little price list there. Nice big floor to ceiling mirror, huge TV, and this is the bed. Now when I booked this room you had 3 options for beds. You could have had twin, queen or king, so obviously I chose king because why wouldn't you? So nice big bed. Yeah, really nice mirror. Perfect for checking your outfit. And then we have this desk area over here. There is a phone, which I assume is for like room service, etc. There's also the TV connection, so you can put your HDMI or some other sort of connection in there to actually connect your laptop and watch your own programs on the telly. Lovely little photograph here. But yeah, nice big area. We have a little poof and a seating area here. And here we've got the in-room dining menu. So this isn't as big as the regular menu, but this is what you can order if you fancy eating from your room. It does say at the bottom there's a £5 charge with whatever you order, so even if you order just a drink, there's still a £5 charge, so just be aware of that. Obviously it's no smoking. And then, this is why we chose the executive room with runway view, because look at this view. You can literally see the entire airport. So we've got all the planes in Terminal 2 here, and the runway is there just at the back. And we've already seen a couple of planes taking off. They're taking off in this direction today. And there's a plane just coming in here. You can just see his headlights here. That's a Ryanair just landing. There's an EasyJet on the move here. Oh, that's the EasyJet that's just landed. That's Paris to Manchester. Should be one taking off in a minute. Oh, there's another one coming in. You can just see the headlights. I don't know if that's picking up. There we go. Just on the edge here. That's the headlights. So coming in there, we've got the London Heathrow to Manchester, British Airways landing. Oh, there's one taking off. That's Manchester to Amsterdam. Transavia Airlines. Oh, it's so cool. And obviously we can see all the planes down here as well, because that's Terminal 2. You can just see the end, just see the edge of a TUI plane. So that is the room. I'm just going to show you the bathroom as well. So this is the bathroom. We've got like a opaque door. We've got a nice big sink area with some glasses, some spare towels. What's this? A bath mat? Possibly. Lots of towels. We've got a nice little shaving mirror. That'll be good for doing my makeup. Yeah, really big mirror actually. Huge. Hand soap. Obviously the toilet area here. Got our toiletries if you want to have a look at those. All Radisson BLU branded. And then this huge shower. And it's got a rainfall shower head as well. Yeah, we've got shampoo and conditioner, there's everything you could need. Obviously we bring them anyway, but yeah. So that is the room. So I'm now going to spend the rest of the afternoon with Plane Finder open, tracking the planes coming into the airport and then watching them land and take off. There's another one landing there. I'm glad that they're landing that way and taking off this way because you get a better view of them taking off. So after some plane watching, we were starting to get a little bit peckish, so we went down to the 3rd floor to check out the bar and the restaurant. The reception also has a little shop area for like travel essentials and snacks. It's all self-serve, but it is quite expensive. You can access the bar and the restaurant from the 3rd floor, but they're also open to the public, so you can enter from outside the hotel, from where the travel aces are on the bridge between Terminal 1 and Terminal 2. The restaurant was completely empty with lots of staff just stood around. But the bar, on the other hand, was really busy. We went in, we got a table and just had a drink. And then because it was so busy, we headed up to the executive lounge on the 9th floor. That was really nice. We had a few drinks in there and played chess before we had a walk to Terminal 1 to the shop. It's really easy to get to Terminal 1 and it's the closest shop apart from the one that was in reception, but that's obviously quite expensive. You just follow the travellators which go to the train station and then follow them again through there to Terminal 1. It's about a 10-minute walk, so it's not too far. And then when you get to Terminal 1, you actually arrive in the departures area, so you need to take the lift down to arrivals. When we got back to the room, some more planes had arrived, so of course I watched those for a little bit with some drinks. There was actually quite a lot of activity at this time. It seemed to be like really busy in the morning and then really busy quite late at night. So this was about, I want to say like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock-ish. And there was lots of planes coming in and out, lots to watch. So we just ordered some room service and it has arrived. So Dan has gone for a burger with chips. That's nice. And we've gone for a spare portion of chips as well. Comes with condiments. It is quite pricey, so this came to $28.50 for the main meal plus the side and actually bringing it to the room. Good morning from Manchester Airport. It's very busy today, Saturday morning. So many planes have already gone. It's currently 5 to 9. We've got Etihad Airlines here. That's just pushed back. The Emirates is there in Terminal 1 and that's supposed to be leaving in about 5 minutes. Just behind it we've got Qatar Airlines just on the runway and the tiny little Ryanair next to it. We were just talking about the sizes of the planes because you can see how big the Emirates one is there and all the planes that are going past it are so much smaller. But obviously they all look huge. So I'm just going to wait for that to take off. Here we had a Jet 2 came in last night and a TUI, and they've both left first thing this morning and this TUI arrived. I'm not sure where this one's going. So much going on. Oh, last night there was a bit of drama. So this EasyJet one here came in and as it was coming round, an ambulance car and then an ambulance van with its blue flashing lights on had to go in here and met the plane there. So I don't know what happened. It didn't squawk, it wasn't an emergency, but yeah, 2 ambulances. So whether somebody wasn't well, I'm not sure. The Emirates should have pushed back by now. Yeah, I could literally sit here and watch these all day. The Emirates has just got on the runway. I can hear it. So this is the exec lounge in the daytime. You do need your room card to enter and there's a lot of seating inside. Most seats are set up at the window, so obviously you can sit and watch the planes and you've got a really good view of the whole airport, but there's also lots of sofas and chairs in the middle as well. They've also got chess and drafts and daily newspapers if you fancy having a read. The lounge is self-serve. It's got snacks and drinks that are available all day. There's also like a coffee machine and soft drinks in the fridges. And then from 4 p.m, alcohol is also available. It's still self-serve for alcohol, and there's also some hot food and snacks as well, which is nice. This bit was filmed on the Saturday morning around 11 o'clock, so you can see just how quiet this actually is at this time. No one's around, so you'll just have the pick of all the seating if you do want to sit in here at this time. In the daylight you can also see a lot more of Terminal 2, and it is a really good view which is very similar to the rooms on the 9th floor. Outside the lounge there's also another seating area. This looks out at the back of the hotel if you fancy a different view. Fancy looking at the motorway and various other car parks. Not as exciting, but it's somewhere else to sit if you fancy a change of scenery. So after we had a little chill in the room yesterday and watched the planes taking off and landing, we decided to head down to the bar and restaurant area in the hotel. So they have an actual restaurant on the level where the reception is, and they also have a nice little bar, so we thought we'd pop into the bar and have a quick drink. It was quite busy in there though. Obviously a lot of people just coming in to have a quick drink before the flight. And there were some kids in there as well, so it wasn't the quietest. So we just had one drink in there, and then we decided to head up to the executive lounge, which is on our floor. That was also super busy. It was only 6 o'clock when we went in there, but all the seats that were near the windows, so the ones like overlooking the runway, were full. And it was quite quiet. I thought there'd be a little bit more like ambience, I don't know, but it was quite quiet. We managed to get a couple of seats. It is self-serve. You can help yourself to any food or drinks. They had some hot food. They had like some samosas, and some like sausage rolls and other bits that were kept warm. And you just go up and help yourself. And they've got all the fridges with soft drinks. They've got alcohol from 4 p.m. as well. and crisps and just other bits like that. There was also, like, I knew it was going to be self-serve, so I thought it would just be us in there. But there was also 2 members of staff, and one of them was making cocktails for people, so everyone had like passion fruit martinis, which was really nice. And then we managed to get 2 seats near the window when a couple left, so we're kind of able to see the planes. It was obviously really dark outside, and with the lights inside it is quite hard to see them. So then after that we decided to have a walk to Terminal 1 to go to Spa. So there aren't really any shops around here other than the ones in Terminal 1, which are in arrivals. So you just head along the bridge, you go through the train station, head along the long bridge, which is there. So you head down there into Terminal 1, and we just went straight into Terminal 1, but that was actually departures. We just asked someone and we had to head down in the lift to departures B, because that was departures A, which was also arrivals, and in there there was a WH Smith's and a Spa that was open. At the time we went, it was quite quiet. There were a few people waiting for people to arrive, but it was fairly quiet. Now along those walkways there's travelators, so it's not actually meant to take that long, but the travelators aren't working at the moment because they're like redoing them, so it was quite a long walk. I'd say probably maybe 10 minutes to actually get to the shops, and then same again back. And then we came back to the room, just had a chill in the room. We ordered some room service, which we enjoyed, and then we just watched some TV, watched some films, put Netflix on. And yeah, it was quite a nice night. So we're up now, ready, and we're about to check out. So checkout is at 12. You can pay for late checkout, but because it's my birthday and we're going to go for some food now, we just kept it at 12. So we've just packed our stuff up, so now we're going to head and check out and go for some food. Okay, so that was our stay at the Radisson BLU hotel at Manchester Airport. We had a really nice time. The clip you've just seen there, that was the morning of my birthday. We then went for food near where my mum lives, and then I just had a nice chilled day. It was really nice. But yeah, I just thought I'd summarise kind of our stay, what we liked, what we didn't like, and kind of like the room sizes and stuff, because it took me a long time going through all the different room options to decide which room we actually wanted to book. So first of all, if we talk about the rooms, so like I said earlier, we stayed in the executive room. Now I chose this one because I knew that they were the top level rooms, so they were highest up in the building, which meant I would have a better view of the runway and of the planes, and obviously that was the reason I was going. If you're just going on holiday and you're not bothered about actually seeing the planes and you just literally want somewhere to stay, then it doesn't matter how high you are. The rooms all look really nice. So the exec, it's not the best room. There is also like a family suite. So if you are travelling as a family, that room is bigger, which obviously is more expensive, but they are on the 8th floor, so that's 1 floor down from where we were. So the exec rooms are on 9th floor. The suites are on the 8th floor. There's also the superior and premium room. Now I just put in the dates for this weekend just to kind of give you an idea of pricing. If you wanted a standard room, that is £140. The next one up is the superior room, and that one is £153. Premium is £169. Now if you do want runway views, it is slightly more expensive. So the premium with runway this weekend is £184, so it's not too much more expensive, like £15. Then you've got the exec, that was £209 this weekend. If you want the lounge and runway view, it's £225, so it's like an extra £20-ish. Then you've got the suite, which is £256. And if you want lounge access, it's £288. So that kind of gives you an idea of the price differences between the rooms. Now looking at the pictures, there's not much difference between what the rooms look like. They all have either a queen or twin beds. Some have showers, some have showers or a bath, which I just prefer the shower. The exec room does have the mini bar, does come with the robe and slippers, an iron and ironing board if you want to do any of that. It also has climate control, and that's the things that the other rooms don't have. But the other rooms still have tea and coffee, they still have your TV, they still have the safe, and it is only the suites that are bigger as well. If you want breakfast adding on, that is an extra £34 per person, which I thought was quite pricey, so we didn't go for that option. And when you are booking any of these as well, you do have different options to book, so you can either pay up front, which is obviously the cheapest, or you can do a flexible booking, which is what we did, which means you can actually cancel up until the day that you check in. So we were checking in at 2 o'clock on the Friday, and we could have cancelled the room up until 4 o'clock on the Friday, which seemed a little bit silly, but yeah, that was the option. Also, you do get a member's discount. So if you're a member of the Radisson Hotels group, then you get 15% off. I wasn't a member, but I just clicked the member button, and then you literally just sign up with your email address. So it's dead easy, and it saved me 15%. Then that gives you points every time you stay. And you can also like level up and stuff, which gives you more benefits, and then you can also save up your points and use them to book a hotel room in the future. I will also say it's cheaper to book directly through Radisson, so you might see this on other websites like
Expedia or like hotels, but it is cheaper on Radisson's website, and it does come up with a little pop-up to show you the prices on these other websites. So yeah, it's definitely worth doing it through Radisson and clicking the members button and saving some money. So overall, we had a really nice stay. What we liked about the room, the bed was really nice. It was so comfortable. I did click, I think it was a queen or king size. There was definitely different options when I booked it. And it looked really big, and we have a super king at home and it seemed bigger than that. But when you actually felt it, it was like two, I want to say like 3/4 beds pushed together. So it was quite big, but you could feel a ridge down the middle. So you could tell it was 2 beds pushed together. The view was obviously amazing, which was the reason we went, and we went for that room. Because I wanted to sit and look at the planes. I wanted to watch them taking off. You do have a good view of, you can kind of see Terminal 1, as you can see from the earlier shots. So that's where like the Emirates plane was. And you have like the EasyJet planes in front of you. They were Terminal 1 as well. Terminal 2 you can't really see because it was kind of like round the corner, but you can see some of the planes on the end. I think it's like gate 206. But of course it was like, you could see the main runways, you could see them taking off, you could see them landing whichever way, like whichever direction they were going in, which was really nice. It was a little bit further away than we thought it would be. We did think it'd be a little bit closer, but yeah, that's just how it was. Now, if you are going on holiday, it is the perfect location to stay the night before. Really easy access to the terminal. So you come out on the 3rd floor and you're in the travelators that I pointed out on the video as well, straight into Terminal 1 or straight into Terminal 2. So it's super easy, very convenient. You can obviously get food there, so you can have your dinner, you can have snacks. They have like airport bits that you can buy as well in the reception area. So if you've forgotten any last minute bits, plugs, wires, everything is there as well. Quite pricey, but if you've forgotten something, you can still get it. You can obviously have breakfast as well before you set off for your flight if you've got an early flight. So yeah, we'd definitely consider staying there next time we go on holiday, because it's just really convenient and a nice way to start your holiday off. The food was really nice as well, albeit quite expensive. Obviously showed you the burger and the chips that we got for room service, which was quite expensive, but it was nice, but yeah, quite pricey. The room was a really good size as well. There's lots of space to move around, lots of space for luggage as well. So obviously if you are taking like big suitcases, they were nicely tucked away next to the wardrobe, and still lots of space in the room for other things as well, which was good. Check-in and check-out was fairly easy. We did have to queue to check in, but then when we got to the front, which gave the name and the booking, etc., and then she just gave us the key cards. To check out, you can just drop your key card in like, looks like a fishbowl on the reception desk. I did that, and then I just wanted to check that my room service had gone through, so then she checked on the system and it was there, which was fine, but again, super easy. I like that they had an ice machine on the 9th floor as well, so we actually got some ice when we had drinks in the room later on, and yeah, that was easy enough to use, and it was just at the end of the hallway. And of course, it's 24/7 room service. Now, not all the items on the menu were available 24/7. I think there was only a few things that was available like in the middle of the night, but that means if you are coming back from holiday and you're landing at an inconvenient time, you can still get some food. You don't have to wait until the morning, and you don't have to worry that everything is shut and you can't actually find anything, so that was really good. Now, the downsides, the bar was quite busy. So the bar is open to the public, it's not just for guests. So when we went in there, it was quite busy. There were people obviously going on holiday, so some had like bags with them. Yeah, it was just generally busy and noisy, so it's not somewhere to have a nice quiet drink like you would in a hotel bar. Similarly, the exec lounge, which we obviously booked, was quite busy at night, so we didn't actually get the seat at the window until people had left. So it was very busy. It was also weirdly quiet, like there was no ambience, which made the atmosphere kind of a little bit weird. It was just very quiet, because like, you know, you walk into a room and you're like having to whisper because there's other people there. That's kind of what we were doing. So like everyone was like having their own whisper conversations, and there was one couple actually, the lady started to get a little bit louder when she'd had more to drink, which was quite entertaining. But yeah, other than that, it's quite quiet. We could have done with like some background music, like, you know, a bit of ambience or something, but yeah. And of course we went in like January as well, so it was not even like peak holiday season. I can't imagine what it's going to be like in like July or August. In the room, the bathroom door was obviously not like an actual door. It was almost like a shower door. So it was like opaque, but it didn't lock, it didn't shut properly, like there was gaps around the edge of it. So obviously we didn't mind because, you know, we live together. But if you're going with a friend or you're staying in that room with someone who you're not completely comfortable with, it might be a little bit awkward if you can't really shut the door. So that's just something to bear in mind. Also, feedback from Dan. Dan is a bit of a shower snob, and although it is like a rainfall shower, it's one of those, well, it feels like rain. It's literally a rainfall shower, so it's like dripping on you almost, whereas we prefer a bit more of a power shower. So Dan said the shower gets a 6 out of 10. And also, with it being the exec room, which is one of the best rooms apart from the suite, we kind of expected there to be a bath rather than just a shower. So yeah, other than that, the food was obviously expensive and there was no prices on the minibar. When I've watched videos on the hotel before, they did have like a little price list, but there was no prices, so I've no idea how much those drinks cost. If we did fancy a drink, we'd have to ring up the room service to check what these actually cost before we drank them and then realised they were like £50 or something. But yeah, those are the only cons really. Now I know the majority of people staying at this hotel will be staying here because they're going on holiday and it's a nice place to stay the night before going on holiday rather than just us going and staying in the hotel for no reason. But if we do compare this to like the hotel we went to last year for my birthday, which was the Dakota in Manchester, it was a much more kind of luxury experience there for a similar price as well. So despite booking like the executive room in the Radisson, which is obviously one below the suite, we still had to queue up to check in. We still had to take our cases into the lift and take them to the room ourselves. We obviously didn't get the seats that we wanted in the exec lounge, and those were all things that were kind of different to the other hotel that we stayed in. Like they immediately took your bags off you, they took them to your room, they offered to park your car for you, they even valeted the car as well, which was really nice. But yeah, there was none of that. So yeah, it's just a different kind of hotel, but I really enjoyed it. I will definitely be going back and definitely considering it for when we do go on holiday this summer to stay the night before. Now obviously it is expensive to stay and it is an added cost onto your holiday, but just the ease of it, like you're already at the airport, there's no panicking or rushing trying to find a parking space, trying to sort out parking. Like for us last year, parking cost us £120 I think it was for the 10 nights, and you just kind of leave your car in some car park and then you have to get on a bus and you have to wait for the bus. So it is convenient, you can leave your car there. They also have options to book the room and it's called Experience, Park, Dream and Fly. You can do it for 8, 15 or 21 days. So you basically check in, you stay there for one night, and then obviously you go on your holiday and your car stays at the Radisson or in a car park nearby to the Radisson. But you can pay for that as well, so you know your car is there. But yeah, we had a really nice stay. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it's been helpful if you are considering staying at this hotel. Let me know all your thoughts on the hotel. Let me know if you stayed there before, and let me know what you liked about it as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you did find it helpful, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and hit subscribe, and I'll see you soon for another video.